Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and finally we'll be talking about the Stephen King's Dark Tower series, books 1 through 3. So, book number 1 just basically tells you a little bit about Roland. He is the main character, and he's basically traveling to the Dark Towers, which is his main objective throughout books 1 through 9, but I haven't read the rest of them yet, obviously. But in the beginning travels, he goes to different towns in the beginning. He's trying to catch up to this man in black person. But he stumbles upon this town with just this one kid named Jake. Yeah, named Jake. But Jake comes along with him until that town is like in that isolated desert basically. So it's a little tiny town, and he's by himself. But basically, apparently this man in black had killed Jake in, I guess, his past life. It's weird how it is. It's like time travel, kind of. And, so Roland takes him with him on the search for the Dark Tower. And also to kill this guy, the man in black. But, the gunslinger, which everyone calls him, realizes that he's gonna have to sacrifice this boy, Jack, and he ends up doing it at the end of book 1. But he also ends up killing the man in black in book 1 also. So that's just his traveling. But then, in book 2, he basically was asleep for hundreds of years apparently, and he wakes up along the western side of the sea, and he fell asleep, and all these crab things, basically they took his fingers and his toe, and basically he left him to die basically. But then when he was walking along the beach, he's trying to find like civilization, but only he finds is the door number 1, where he finds the second main character, Eddie, which he was I think he did drugs. I don't know if it was meth or something, but he does drugs. Well, actually, he's called the prisoner, which was Eddie. And then after that, he found Eddie, the prisoner, and the gunslinger finds the third door, which is the Lady of Shadows. But basically, it's just Susannah, I think her name is. So, I'm trying to see. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to. I think it's Susannah, her name, because she has schizophrenia. So basically, she has 3 split personalities that you will see in this book. And he basically he takes her from her time, which I'm not really quite sure. I'll insert her time, and I'll insert Eddie's time from where they came from, but they both came from New York. So and then the last door, I forgot what the last door was called. Oh, it's called the Pusher. It's basically he's forgot what he was. He used to like push innocent children and anybody. Like he actually pushed Susannah, I think her name is. I think in front of a train. So that made her, she's what she calls a cripple. You know, I don't like that term, but you know, I guess it's the only way that they say in the book. So, that's basically, and then the gunslinger ended up basically killing him. But there's a lot in between that you really need to read. I'm not really gonna say, but you have to read it to find out. And the third book is about, basically, they're still all three of them. Roland, also known as the gunslinger, Eddie, and now Jake, when I mentioned the first book, comes into this book only because that when Roland was inside of the mind of the pusher, he was the guy who actually pushed Jake in front of the car that the man in black ran him over in, technically. So the gunslinger saved his life, so now it's repercussion of the gunslinger saving Jake's life basically made him crazy a little bit, both of them. But in the end, they found out why, and now Jake comes back into the story, and now they're on the way. They had to find basically they're in the wastelands on this like creepy, like haunted train. I don't know if it's a train. They don't call it a train though. They call it yeah, it's basically like a train, or like a I forgot what they called. My goodness, I'm calling it a train. Whatever it is, I'm gonna insert it in the clip, maybe if I have time to do that. But yeah, so those three are, they don't really sound interesting when I'm talking about it. Usually there's a lot more that goes into it, but it's really at night I'm recording this, so if I have to rate these, like I'm gonna rate these right now, so obviously 10 out of 10, most definitely read it. Most definitely read it, 100%. If you're into like more like mystery kind of books and time travel and what other kind, I mean, it's kind of creepy, but at least it's not like scary like the other things that he's like made. It's more like a like what's like really like what the fuck is that, you know, like kind of like what, you know, makes you think about like, oh, what the fuck, you know, like something like that. Is crazy. It's really good. I cannot wait to jump into the fourth book, which I'm gonna start tomorrow. I actually got one of my co-workers, one of my co-workers into reading it. He's actually read up to the book 3, so I'm like, I have to give this to him tomorrow. So that's why I am making this video today, so we could read it. But I'm starting the 4th one tomorrow, and I am just so excited. But like I said, if you guys are really into it, if you guys like Stephen King, most definitely. Dark Towers, best series I've ever read for him. But so this is part 1 of, I guess, like a three-part, like, it's not series, but book update or like book blog. It's the same series. So this is part 1 because there is I think 8 or 9 books. I think it's 8 books. Correct me if I'm wrong, or don't, whatever. But I just want to apologize also for this crappy lighting. I'm sorry, but hopefully next time I get more better light in here. Other than that, thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, and leave me comments if you want. You know, if not, don't. Alright, you guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.